What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first ANR Live. It is also a podcast. This is our 50th weekly podcast, and we are doing it live for the first time. So thank you for coming in today. If you're listening to our podcast, thank you for listening to us. We made it to number 50, and while I didn't make it alone, I brought in a couple friends to go along with this journey of mine here. Without further ado, I want to introduce you to a couple of friends of mine hanging out in their nerd chamber today. Is my friend D and my friend Chris. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
Excited to go live, for the first time.
My level of excitement. It's about a 2 out of 10, and that's just because I'm stoic. That's me. You know me.
And then Chris, how you doing, man?
I am good. How are you?
Good. I'm excited. It's been a while. We've worked so hard to get to our number 50 here. This is just our weekly podcast. We did other podcasts on top of that. So we're probably in the neighborhood of about 80 podcast episodes we did. And we're finally doing it live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, wherever we are on all major platforms. We're always on there. But something different for us now to go live and interact with people. Over time we're looking to have people come on the chat here and engage with us, and we'll definitely answer questions. But because it's our first time on here today, I do want to mention to people who are listening to us, we're gonna drop our podcast every Wednesday like we always done before. But if you are listening and you want to see us see our beautiful mugs, you can come on Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook, and you just check us out there if you want to catch the episode early before it actually drops on our podcast platforms. All right, gentlemen, like we always do, we start off with what we watched and what we got, and we always start off with D. D, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm like full force ahead. I'm watching Young Justice still.
Still?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it.
What episode are you in?
2 months in the making?
I have no idea what episode I'm on. I'm sure if I check the numbers, I'll give up. So
Are you still in Mars?
No, I made it past that. So what they did is the superhuman alien stuff. Then it's like 4 episodes of that, and then it goes to Earth, and it's the street levelers, and then they did a few episodes of that. Now we're dealing with magic, so Dr. Fate and whatnot.
Oh, so does it get good?
Yeah. I mean,
well, you paused there for a second.
Compared to the old season, like it's all one long continuous story. It seems like broken this up into different stories, and I'm trying to figure out how they'll all connect at the end. So it's not bad, but it reminds me of the old Justice League show where like every couple episodes it was just a different story. Like there's no overworking. So it's entertaining. Like I don't hate it anymore.
Okay, all right, I might jump back in.
Yeah.
I left after episode 4.
They surprisingly killed off someone. I'm sure you saw that.
Spoilers.
Killed off someone. I didn't say who.
Yeah, he didn't say who.
So.
And if you're listening for the first time or watching it for the first time, we do a lot of spoilers here. So be warned. If we have a topic of a movie or a TV show, just be warned that we're gonna ruin it for you. If you don't want to be spoiled, make sure to go watch it before we do our weekly Monday podcast. So just be warned. And we have Customs by Matthew on here too as well, saying hi to us. Hello, sir. A good friend of ours, friend of the show, right? A good friend of ours.
Yeah,
so he's a decent guy.
Yeah, we'll get him on one day. When he's not busy making millions of custom figures that he does. And Chris, what else did you watch? Do you anything else before we get on to Chris?
The Righteous Gemstones came back on with Danny McBride.
What is that?
It's so John Goodman's in it. He's like the leader of Mega Church.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've never seen that.
And obviously, when Danny McBride's in a show, there's going to be some vulgarity. So there's a scandal in episode 1, and he's trying to cover up his misdeed, and then like hitmen come after him and whatnot. Meanwhile, this has to do with like a family of like a super mega corp church, the most popular one in the country. They're basically billionaires, and he's trying to maintain his family's image while being Danny McBride, or in this case, Jesse Gemstone. But it's a good cast. I love it. Season 2 is finally out. It seems like it's been forever, so I'm excited to binge through that.
Anything else? What did you get?
I didn't go out this week. Just been working. A lot of health issues, like just common cold sickness, so I stayed in. Just kept to myself.
All right, cool. All right, Chris, you're up next.
All right, for watching, by the way, hi, Eli. Glad you joined us. Nice to see you. And so I've been watching Friday the 13th. I just finished the final chapter tonight. And I've been just watching some documentaries, nothing too crazy. And for what I got, well, I got a couple things. I picked up an extra body part of Shadowcat from Age of Apocalypse. She is my first custom of the year. I'm actually going to be doing Deathbird.
Oh, nice.
Because she's related to Lilandra. So we'll get a nice start to hopefully eventually seeing a whole collection of that. And then the other, it's kind of too big to pick up. It's like a baby. But I will show you this.
Look at that.
And this. And
that's
this.
Sick. Isn't it awesome? It's just such a magnificent set.
But no, like I had to carry it. I didn't realize how big the box was.
I warned you.
I know you did.
He doesn't take you seriously. That's his problem.
Yeah, he's like, whatever. I'll just carry this guy. Don't worry about it. I'm like, okay.
So I'm on the SkyTrain carrying this box home from Coquitlam, and it's great because it's great for social distancing because I have to take up like full 2 seats, so no one will come and sit beside me, which I am fine with. But yeah, I haven't taken the Sentinel fully out of the box.
What?
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't do that as soon as
That's
you
the first thing you do.
Well, I took it out.
Oh, okay.
Like, I took the sleeve out of the box, but I gotta make room. Like, as you can see, I only have this as my display. I need to find room.
What you need to do is get rid of that ugly Hellfire set there underneath and then put that right there in between.
Do you not have that? I thought you have that too.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I just wanted to see his reaction.
I'm gonna bring Hellfire down on you.
Did you see his reaction? He almost wanted to jump through the screen and strangle me. Like Bart in the Homer.
But yeah, it was a pretty decent pickup. It might be like small numbers, but the quality is definitely there.
Yeah, that's good.
Did you hear what Matthew said about Warbird?
Yes, I seen that. It's going to be interesting. You know, we'll do a comparison, see who does it best.
Well, when he finishes, maybe we'll get him on.
Yes,
he can talk about it with you, and you guys can show us.
We'll have versus. Yeah.
Anything else?
No. I was gonna mention something else that I watched, but I lost track of that. So,
well, if you remember while I'm talking, let me know.
Yeah.
All right. What did I watch? Well, I watched a couple of CBC shows. You know me, I love Canadian comedy. And I watched the Run the Burbs, which just aired for the first time on Wednesday. I thought it was fun. It's a good family kind of TV show. And then on Tuesday, the day before that, I watched Son of Critch, and it takes place in New Brunswick, and it's about a kid growing up, in the 80s or 90s, and it's funny. I really enjoyed.
Who's the voiceover? Is it Andy something? I forgot his name.
Yeah, it's from I think the guy who is actually playing the dad.
Okay.
So yeah, it's episode aired on Tuesday nights. It's good Canadian comedy. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Anything else I watched? I don't remember anything else. I watched a lot of sports, so I watched sports on the weekend. But nothing really, was on this weekend. All the stuff came on last week, right? And I think next week we got this coming week here. This row is going to be a pretty big week because we've got Naomi, we got the return of Lois and Superman and Lois, or Lois and Superman, whatever it is. That's returning, and then we also have following next week we have Peacemaker, which is I really am looking forward to seeing that. Oh, I can't wait. We're definitely going to talk about that. I mean, it is going to be. I just think it's going to be a really good show, and DC needs it. So I think it's going to be a fun show to watch, and we'll definitely talk about it.
It's
What did
great
I
that
get?
we're. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I think it's great that we're getting a follow up to a successful DC movie.
Yeah.
Because
Well, why not? It's hot, right? Strike it when it's hot, right?
it's true because I didn't expect to love that movie, and I actually bought it. With it, yeah. How can you not love John Cena as
He's a
Peacemaker?
sleeper hit. I didn't
Yeah.
expect to like it either. I didn't know what to expect, and then I went in and loved it. I saw it twice.
Yeah. I'm gonna go out and say this is gonna be better than the movie. This
Oh,
TV show, I think, will be better than the movie. I just think that he's figured it out now. I think as an actor or this character, I think in the movie he was becoming this peacemaker character, and I think you can see him trying to learn how to be that character. And I think this show, he's fully like given that green light to go ahead and be that annoying peace, at all costs kind of character. And I think he went. He's like, "All right, you want me to go on? I'm gonna go out and do it." And I think he nailed it from the trailers. I mean, it's early to say right now, but just based on the trailer and some of they released a lot of 1 minute, 2 minute clips.
Yeah, I like the promos. Hey.
And I watched those, and I was thoroughly impressed. And even the characters surrounding him, the actors and the characters that they made for him, his entourage, they're pretty funny too, and they have their own little quirks and stuff. And obviously the eagle. I mean, this eagle looks hilarious. It's giving him a hug and stuff, right? So I can't wait. It's gonna be good times. What did I get? Well, obviously I've got to talk about this guy right here, right? The man of the hour,
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. We just filmed that yesterday, so that video is dropping tomorrow morning, right, Chris?
Yes, and highly edited. I was there in the studio.
Yeah,
I wish
we had a good time making it.
I honestly wish everyone can see what happens behind the scenes because, especially when me and Justin are working there,
Yeah,
Elvin is always behind the camera, just like, what did I do?
Just upload
Speaking
it.
of Justin, we're gonna get him on in a second here. Yeah, Justin deserves to come on here. He's our moderator / producer in the back doing his magic. But we'll get him on in a second here when we finish a little segment here. But on top of that, I also got the movie version, which we also did a recording of that, and that will drop in a couple of days afterwards. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed doing both videos. It's fun, and I can't wait to show it. So it'll be on tomorrow on our YouTube channel. So if you're watching this right now or listening to us, check out the video tomorrow. It'll drop for the first Doctor Strange comic book version, and a couple of days later we'll have the movie one. Other things I got was the Scarlet Witch retro packaging, which Chris, you have it with you there. You're going to be doing a little Scarlet Witch montage for us. So yeah, and we have the old one. We'll compare with all that. That'll be fun. Looking forward to seeing that. And then I also got a couple of NECA turtles. I've got Dirtbag and Ground Chalk, and then I got Wingnut and Screw Loose. Such great names, huh? Just like amazing 80s and 90s names.
Yeah, the puns.
these are names you only hear from those 80s and 90s cartoons. Ace Duck, Mutagen Man. I just got that today, and we're gonna be doing a review on all of those. There's all 6 figures. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna put them all in one video and just open up some cool NECA toys and just look at them and enjoy them because they are really good. They're awesome. They're beautifully painted and just fun to play with. So I'm definitely going to be looking forward to doing that.
Do you have any mutagen? Do you have a canister of ooze? Does it come with that?
I don't know. I'll have to check that.
Yeah.
I'll check that. I'll let you know. It should come with the can of ooze, right?
If it does, I don't know if the NECA one has that feature. I remember the old toy did, but these ones are so detailed. I'd be afraid to put slime and gunk all over it. I don't know. We'll watch the review and find out.
Yeah, we'll definitely. Yeah, I also got in Michelangelo and April O'Neil Power Rangers crossover, the Turtles crossover with the Power Rangers, and then I also got Shredder crossover with Power Rangers and Raph and Tommy the Foot Soldier guy. crossover. And I'm hoping that tomorrow I'll have Leo and Donnie in the crossover. So then I'll have that set. Once that set is put together, then we'll probably do a video on all of that and cram all those characters. Sorry?
Is yours saying like Richmond, like waiting to deliver?
Yes.
Mine's still sitting there. I'm
Yes.
just waiting.
I'm thinking tomorrow.
I'm checking on my phone every 20 minutes to see where the tracking is.
Yeah. It's sitting there for a few days. It should have come last week, but because we had a bunch of snow, I don't know what happens in Vancouver when snow falls a little bit. Everyone just stops.
It's anarchy.
Right? All work is stopped. But rest of Canada gets like 5 feet of snow and they're still going. What's that, Chris?
Toy Crusaders has joined us.
Hey, yes. Toy Crusaders, nice gentleman from Winnipeg, and we'll be doing some cool things with him down the road. Thank you, sir, for coming on. Appreciate that. Yeah, they're just about to get going with their website to launch some cool figures, and he's got a bunch of stuff coming in the pipelines. And yeah, we'll definitely be chatting up with him in the video chat down the road. But yeah, I appreciate him coming on. Yeah, a lot of cool stores are opening up in Canada, and we want to, obviously, because we're in Vancouver, Canada, we want to embrace nationwide a lot of these entrepreneurs that are making cool, bringing us cool toys to our door, right? Like, I mean, we click a couple buttons and here it is. It's like Christmas every week. So
well, it's like you never know what you get because you don't even remember what you ordered.
Hey, I wrote the list today here. Okay, I wanted to make sure that today I was prepared, so I didn't forget anything. Speaking of other things I also got the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Human Torch and Invisible Woman, which I think, Chris, you opened up the Invisible Woman. You didn't find it. You said where is it? It's just an empty box.
I know, and the face paint is so much better on that than the original.
Dad jokes.
Could you imagine that? You open up the box and it's just an empty box, and they're like, "Ha, gotcha."
I'm surprised they didn't do that.
That would have been great.
Funny.
Here's your refund, by the way, in Hasbro bucks. Feel free to buy something else.
There's a Brady Bunch figure. I think it was Jan, because she always lied about having a boyfriend. And it was Jan and George Glass two-pack. And it was just an empty box.
Because it's her invisible boyfriend. Just like mine.
You got your cat though, so that's always good. Cats and toys.
Anything else did I get? Don't remember anything else. That's pretty much it. It was a decent haul for that week. So hoping tomorrow we get some cool stuff. All right. Well, our topics, we don't really have, generally we have 3 topics every week. And today, because it's a 50th episode, we thought of do an open mic, just kind of talk about the 50 episodes we did, talk about some things that are coming up, just leave it open and, just have some fun with it, right? But before we do begin, let's get Justin on. Justin, come on in, buddy.
Okay, I am here.
Oh, hello.
So if anybody, those of you who don't know, and, oh yeah, by the way, cheers to you, Justin.
Cheers.
Cheers to everybody here.
I drank all mine before the episode.
Yes.
But,
cheers to everybody on here. Cheers to everybody that supported us, and looking forward to seeing many more people jumping on and having a good time with us. So Justin, if anybody doesn't know, he's one of our editors, and he's also does a lot of the podcasting editing, and also is going to be producing today's episode with us, making sure it's nice and good. And he's also my partner when it comes to all things Star Wars, buddy. Yeah, that's right. Boba Fett right now is happening, and we're doing the Boba Fett podcast. And so I can't wait for the episode 3 coming up tomorrow, right? Tomorrow night, midnight.
Yeah, it's tomorrow night at like 1 a.m. or whenever it comes out, and then
it's gonna be fun. We'll talk about it the next day. So yeah, all things Star Wars, me and him, we kind of chatted up. All right, what do you guys want to talk about? Like, do you want to talk about any specific things that happened?
What about what I watched?
What's that? Oh, okay, fine. We'll bring him in.
No, he doesn't get
He's a little puppy. He's a little puppy.
Bring him on after, and then here.
Sure. What did you watch, Justin? And don't say Boba Fett.
No, I watched
Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, actually, I recently watched Gretzko, which is this show by the same people who did Hello Kitty, which is in the same vein. Anyway, it's this like adorable little bear that does like heavy metal vocals, and it's really funny.
Oh, I've seen
but
that, yeah.
what I have watched recently was Don't Look Up, the movie, the Netflix show with
Oh yes, I
Jennifer
watched that
Lawrence.
2 weeks ago.
Don't spoil it.
Oh, okay.
Gonna watch it
It's fine.
tomorrow.
It's good. It's very much like if Armageddon and what was that movie called? Well, now it's completely gone the reference. But anyway, it's like this other movie in Armageddon.
It's society in a
but yeah, it
nutshell
was good.
right now too.
Yeah,
It's society in a nutshell right now too.
yeah.
The vast
No, it's good.
majority
It
of
was pretty funny. It was a good watch. It's definitely a Netflix show. It's the star-studded cast is definitely the strongest thing for it, but there's it might just be the editor and me.
Like Crusader said.
Kinda. It was more like what was that?
Yeah, that's a good
movie?
reference actually. Yeah, Deep Impact. Yes.
That movie, it was like set in the future, and all of the rich people are like super fat and on like floating hovercraft things. And
Isn't that a Disney movie?
Well, I know Wally did that.
Yeah.
no, well, yeah, but there was another one where I think Terry Crews was the president.
I don't know. This is gonna bother me all night now. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be up all night
I'm
wondering
just gonna
what he's
look it up.
talking
What
about.
was Terry Crews? But yeah, it was
Oh,
funny.
You,
but yeah, I think
you
it's
haven't
just
seen it either.
Me, I saw it.
Oh, you saw it. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Troy
but it was just like
Christina goes Wally.
yeah, it was like Wally, but Idiocracy. It's like if
Okay, I never saw
Idiocracy and Titan AE, or not Titan AE.
You're all over the place. Next.
Jesus. Yeah. What did
Anyway.
you get?
Okay,
Come
before
on.
we kind of go on, there's a question Customs by Matthew asked here.
Yes.
Says, oh, where'd it go? Over here. Question for you guys: if Hasbro lost the ML license, who would you like to see it pick up? NECA, 100% right away. NECA.
But there'd be an issue with that, because if NECA picked it up, we would probably see less of what we already love.
Yeah.
Yeah, Turtles will probably go over to Hasbro then.
Would
They're
you
not gonna be
want
able to.
that?
Well, I want my ML, so I want to get it somewhere, and I bet. Well, he's asking the question: if they lost it, do you want
Well, if they-
anybody else to get it? Who would you want rather than NECA?
Well, and if they got
Yeah.
that contract, I assume that NECA would hire a bunch more people. So then they would have a
Yeah, but
more
the question
regular
is,
release
like,
schedule,
if
probably.
Hasbro lost it, who would you want to get it? I would want NECA. I'm not looking at what a NECA will lose by acquiring this license. I'm just, saying
Right.
that I would prefer NECA of all the companies to pick it up. Would you guys agree, or do you want somebody else to
Sure.
pick it up?
I can't think of anyone else. I don't want Mattel.
Well,
to
don't
have
say
it.
McFarlane.
No.
God, no, don't say that.
I don't want international. I don't want like Bandai, because we'll get them so few and far between once we go higher quality. I want a company that is capable of pumping these out, but still has
Well,
awesome.
okay, let me throw this at you then. What about Mattel?
No, I said no Mattel.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry. Okay,
Hold on,
you said
yeah.
no Mattel.
Okay,
That's like me saying, what about McFarlane?
Oh, well, I don't know about that. Mattel was better
has
than
the
McFarlane, were
capabilities
they
of
not?
doing good. They
No.
For their
can-
time?
Look at Mattel's figures on a He-Man. That
Okay,
Taylor figure, that thick thigh plastic, it looks all
It's
plastic.
okay.
But how old is that though?
No,
This
it's
this
new.
one, like,
The
this
new
is
one.
new. This is Mattel.
Oh, so you're talking about okay, yeah, but that's not bad.
That's
What's wrong
not
with
bad.
that?
Okay, like I'm okay with this, but they still have quality control issues. Like I've seen
That
control
He-Man is better than Todd McFarlane figures.
in what sense?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the height is right, right? There's no gun holding fingers in there.
That's not his fault. That's
Okay,
WB's
let's
fault.
go with that. Let's start with that. Yeah, hey, you know what? Here's one. Toy Crusaders mentioned Super
Says
7.
Super 7.
Yeah, they're
I
ultimate.
think they
It is
do
a
a
little
good job.
expensive, the ultimate line, but they do give you a ton of accessories.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my number 2 actually. Super 7. I kind of trust that company
Are
because
you factoring time as well? Like how long it takes? them
yeah,
to
that's the
produce
other
it?
thing. The time, but I mean, hey, I'll take them over Mayfex.
But that's what I
Yeah.
mean is they probably in the contract would be like, you need to hire this amount of people so that you can have this set release schedule. Because I would imagine that a big part of it would be like the reliability and like the accountability of like, all right, every like couple months we come out with a line or whatever. So it's like, if you're going to take this contract, you need to have, a devoted team specifically for releasing them.
And at this point, with what Hasbro has given us, Marvel Legends wise, other toy companies out there see that. So if they have the chance to drop onto that license, they know it's going to be successful if they do it properly. And if Super 7 did do it, I love the accessories that you get with these figures, like those Power Rangers that are up for pre-order. Look amazing, but there are some little things in there that kind of irk me, and I'm sure it would get other collectors about not double jointed knees and limited articulation. But in the other sense, this might be an evolution for toy companies to, okay, how can we up our game in toy making? How can we take what we have now and make it even better? So, as much as we wouldn't want to see someone lose a license, could be the next best thing to our toy collecting.
I'll tell you right now, if Hasbro ever loses the Marvel Legends line, I will cry for days. I will literally cry for days, because I'm a huge fan of their Marvel Legend line. Like, you look behind me, like that whole shelf is Marvel Legend, and then I got then some, right? I mean, that is the bread and butter of my collection, and I will literally cry if that happens. Like, seriously. I can't see anybody else taking up the mantle of doing
you're used to it too. Moose Milk popped in. He does a little chat with Matt on Instagram, so it's nice he stopped by.
I love watching those two chat.
Yes, shout out to Moose Milk. Thank you for coming on, buddy. Appreciate it. And Custom Matthew said, I mentioned about me crying. He said, I'll join you. The crying department.
We'll console each other.
But if somebody else took the contract
all day long,
if somebody else started putting out the Marvel Legends stuff, then maybe the female figures would start having the same level of articulation.
Well, like,
they're getting better. They're getting better.
All my Legends, because I like all my squad unified, same height, same everything. As soon as another company takes over, that's all out the window.
Yeah, so probably.
Like, an 8-foot road beside it.
And I get people who wanted double jointed elbows on the female figures. As easy as we think that sounds, it might not be that easy to actually produce, because when you think about it, the female body is a bit smaller. And when you have a smaller frame and you have a double jointed elbow, it can look awkward and weird.
But they're doing it.
Yeah,
they're doing it with like the G.I. Joe stuff.
But it's only recently that they started doing that. So obviously they found a good system to make it work better.
I think the pinless technology is going to really help the female line, right?
It's just when they release the new one, like you said, and then revert back to an old buck. Like, that's what I'm just like, you just...
Yeah, that always just drives me nuts. Like, McFarlane did that with the Superman figures, right? They had the old Superman, which was not good, and then they went to a new body, which was great. It was, proportioned well and everything, and then went right back to the old one, and it's just like, you just made a new body. Why would you not just go with that one? Like, I don't understand.
They found a bunch of new old stock. They found a bunch of boxes.
Yeah, they're like, oh, there's an extra
we got to get rid of these
flying around. We'll just throw this back at them again. They won't notice.
Yeah,
right?
Fresh coat of paint.
Yeah, that was the start of my how should I say this in a nice way? My resentment towards them, because I did what a lot of people said. They said give him a year. And that's what I did. I gave him a year to kind of get his act together. And then I saw the improvements, and I'm like, okay, I guess the year of them trying to figure things out is happening. And then they go right back into that, nonsense where there's no quality control, all that stuff. And I just like, I can't do this anymore. It's just like going back and forth, right? So
someone on Reddit pointed out, like, Hasbro does the same thing. They just have larger quantities, so we're more forgiving. Like, how long have they been using the Bucky mold? And we've just been okay.
Well, that's a great point. Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's a fair point. Like, but
so they move back a step.
But here's the thing, though,
longer, so we just get more used to it.
They may use the same molds over and over again, but they get other things right. They get the likeness right
Yeah.
for the large majority of the time. They get the paint job good. They get the articulation for the most of the part. Like, they make up for the mistakes, right? But they also give us variety, right?
Yeah.
With McFarlane right now, it's like 95% Batman related figures.
Batman,
It-
Superman, and
yeah, it's
Wonder
just
Woman.
like DC has a huge lineup of characters, and so many of them have not seen the light of
I'm
day.
curious if that was like a contract related thing too. Like I have no idea what goes on.
Yeah, that's
behind
true
the scenes.
too.
But back to the bodies.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get what you're saying. They're telling us we're getting this pinless technology, which if you're watching and you don't know, it's the action figures at the leg. They used to have a pin there. Now they don't. You also got to keep in mind, getting pinless means they have to recreate and create all new basic molds. So this is just a rollout. They're slowly rolling out the pinless technology, and eventually we'll get to pinless everything.
Yeah,
But
I'm fine
we
with
gotta
it.
be at, least happy we're getting new molds,
Yeah.
because the female bodies are all new molds.
Yeah.
Like if I see pins, I don't freak out. Like I'm still fine with them.
I mean, I get what people say, Bucky Cap can run. Hell, I get that. I understand that. But I mean, you have to understand that figure probably saved them because they were on a downturn. There was a dark period there between Toy Biz and the new team of Hasbro or Marvel Legends. There's a dark period there in the middle, but nobody was buying them, right? And I think that body probably saved them, got them out of trouble a little bit, right? And then they added more body parts as the popularity grew. So
because
it does have
injection
its
molding,
place.
like
Sorry?
injection molds, like a new mold is about 15-20 grand, and that does something like that's a piece, like two shells that go together. They're about this big, and they can fit maybe like the torso and like maybe an arm, but usually it's just the front and back of torsos, and that's like one figure. Then you can get larger ones, but like so to do a new mold, especially at the quantity that they're doing, they're probably looking at like 50,000 to like $100,000 per mold at least, like if depending on the scale that they're doing.
Is it that much?
Yeah,
like a small mold this big to do like 4 plastic bits that are like on a spread like that, it's about $15,000-$20,000.
Yikes.
So something that they're doing at like huge scale, they're probably looking in the hundreds of thousands.
Listen, Hasbro is like Disney. They have
making it rain, right? Making it rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like they are the kings right now of in the figure world right now, are they not? They're the top of the mountain.
Just Fortnite. They've bought licenses that other companies already had. They purchased them while the other companies.
Yeah, they're like, hey, who's doing Fortnite? Oh, that little thing over there. Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Yeah.
Swat him like a fly.
And they don't even do it the conventional way of just buying the company. They just go in, steal it, and then we're like, well, we'll deal with the lawsuits later. That'll be cheaper.
But I mean, they have Marvel, they have Star Wars, arguably the two biggest franchises you could ask for, right? And then they also have in-house that they own Transformers and G.I. Joe that they own. That's crazy. Like it's 100% profit
money,
there.
just toy making machines in the beginning. In the beginning,
and they finally realized that a 6-inch G.I. Joe line might be beneficial to their investors, and lo and behold, they just make that, and it becomes an instant craze. And they're just printing money right now at this point, just printing them.
And that's not also to mention the money they make on the licensing fees they get from other companies making their product.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean,
because how many different factories are they using to begin with? So like they're outsourcing at least like a bunch of the lines. So like just those are just passive income right there.
I bet you they have factories and designers all over the world, different departments. It just starts at the office and then it goes from, probably everywhere, right? Probably China. I think the last time I heard it was Vietnam. Something they had a movement, factory move there, and then they have designers all over the U.S. Like I think Gentle Giant is one of the designers for some of their figures. I could be wrong, But
And even just
yeah.
saying just saying manufacturing in China, they probably have a couple hundred, if not thousands, of factories that are working for them, because like an injection molding factory, you can fit into like a garage.
Do you think they're gonna get bought up by Disney?
No,
Do you think Disney has no interest in buying
I don't
into
think
the
they
action?
care. Like, I don't think they care at all. If they need
Well,
to, they
it is making a lot of money, though. Do they not care?
Yeah, but
Like,
they're already
imagine
getting
them
paid by
owning-
them.
Like, imagine them owning that company. Then now they're making even more money, right? They don't have to like get a piece of the pie. They got the whole pie. Isn't that what Disney does? It just comes and absorbs everything, right?
Yeah,
It's
Well,
like
it's
a
a
good
black
question.
hole.
It's funny because Moose Milk said, this is a argument on everything Disney. They have infinite money.
Yeah,
So if
That's
they
what it is.
would,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But if you think about it, if Disney were to buy a toy company out or start their own, that's a whole new investment that there's no guarantee what they will put out is going to make the money.
I mean,
so they would be starting from ground zero, having
they would
to
just keep
step-
they would just keep people in place though. We're like, hey, you guys know what you're doing to stay where you are. It's like Kevin Feige at Disney when Disney at Marvel. They're just like, hey, you run it, we'll pay for the bills, right? We're not going to
Yeah,
intervene.
they would. Yeah, they would
they would
most
just
likely
find the right
buy
people.
them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. I mean, it's a scary
I
thought.
don't think
though,
it's impossible. I just don't think they care at the moment. I'm not saying this will never happen.
why do you say they don't care? Like,
I don't know.
why do you say
It doesn't feel like it's on their radar. I think they're focused on the MCU right now and their
Yeah.
comic line. I don't think obviously, I don't know, but they
Yeah.
seem to be going like full speed ahead for the comics and movies.
they've conquered?
Yeah, but then again, that would just be an extra merchandise stream. For
It
them.
would, but I don't know. Like tomorrow, for all I know, they could announce this. Like I have no idea.
No, the reason why I'm saying that is because they've pretty much conquered the landscape of movies and TV shows, right? They've got their big licensing. I don't think there's any other. I mean, aside from Warner Brothers, them buying Warner Brothers would be insane. Like it would just be next level, right? Because now you just have pretty much like 90% of the world's entertainment now, right?
And we'll
But-
get good DC movies.
Yeah, I don't know. They might hire back as action.
Their attention is divided with Sony. They're trying to keep them on their leash and be like, just calm down and let us.
How much
handle
did they
it."
buy? How much did Marvel buy Star Wars or Disney buy Star Wars for?
$4 billion.
Okay, so Hasbro is
That's a
worth
great
about 4
investment if you look
times
at it
that right
now.
Yeah,
Hasbro is worth about 4 times that right now. So that might also be a reason why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see them probably inching away at it. Maybe in their next agreement, hey, we'll give you licensing for Star Wars and Marvel, but we want a piece of the pie.
Mhm.
That might be interesting. Who knows? I
Hi,
mean,
Mark's here.
if you're conquering everything, you might as
Oh,
well
hi,
go and
Mark.
conquer the merchandise world as well, right? A lot of the actors are actually. What's that?
She's quoting a movie. Don't worry about it.
I'm glad you picked up on that.
Um,
I'm sure
What do you
Mark
call it?
probably hates that.
what I was gonna say was, yeah, I mean, it's Disney. Like, I mean, they could do whatever they want. Like Moose said, I just think that this merchandising is such a big part now because a lot of the actors are now putting there in their contracts that they want
Mhm.
a piece of the merchandise pie, right? It's getting bigger and bigger, and as collectors, we know it's getting. We're living in a golden age. I keep saying this to people, and nobody really understands what I'm saying. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, we are living in a golden age of collecting, not just figures, like in everything in general.
Yep.
Like there's so much to collect from different parts, like Hot Wheels, whatever you want to call it, Funko Pops. There's just so much collecting going on right now.
And the quality of it all too.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to allude to. Yeah,
ridiculous.
the quality is getting better and better.
Like we may complain and bitch about little things, but like hell, even 10 years ago, just like manufacturing processes have skyrocketed now. So now you can spend, 10 cents on the dollar what you were buying last decade and it being a really high quality piece.
Yeah.
And that
I mean,
goes
and
across to like collecting, figures, whatever, like music gear, camera gear, like it's
Well,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Going back to when we were kids, like I remember, going into any department store and you'd race to the toy aisle and you picked up that action figure that you're waiting for, and it's got 4 points of articulation, and that was freaking amazing at that point.
Its arms move, yeah.
You can bend at the elbow, but only 20 degrees. But it's still cool action. I remember my first X-Men figure that I bought when I was watching the cartoon was the Black Storm, her black Outback outfit, and she had a lever on the back which would light up the lightning bolt. That was my very first X-Men figure toy.
Nice.
And I still have one. Yeah.
Shout out to Mark, our friend. Mark is on here. Thank you for coming on, Mark. One of our local collector friends, right? Mark loves DC. He loves McFarlane.
Ooh, kick him.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Bam.
He loves everything Todd does. He loves them. He can't wait to get that bicycle or bike with the new Batman that's coming out that's looking sideways. How is he riding a bike with his eyes going sideways? I don't get it.
He's looking behind him. His blind spot.
I should get you guys that for your gifts.
Here's
Hand
my
out Todd
tweet.
McFarlane toys
Yeah.
to blow up.
Blind as a bat spot.
Speaking of DC, all right. So let's say Todd loses the licensing, and somebody's looking to pick it up, and we can't say Hasbro. We can't say Hasbro. Don't say NECA. Think of someone. There's just someone out, some company out there. Jax.
Maybe Jazzwares. I have no idea. Like I want 6-inch. Like I want. Like you're taking away all my avenues here, man. Like
Because those are the easy ones.
yeah,
You're
at this
easy
point,
to
what do
say
I
Hasbro and NECA right after that.
8-inch figure. I don't care. Whatever.
You know what? When it comes down to it, we have our favorite figures, we have our favorite toy lines, and all we can hope for is when one loses a license and someone else picks it up, they do their best to make us happy. That's all I can hope for. And, with what DC puts out, and, it's very dark and gritty DC. It can be, and when I picture a toy company, I see NECA doing that very well because that's what they're known for. So if I had to choose, it would be NECA. I know you said no NECA.
They have done that crossover, the Alien crossover, right? Where they had Superman, Green Lantern, and they looked pretty good at that time. They weren't the greatest, but
I think they look fantastic. I don't know articulation.
Oh, you liked it? Okay, yeah.
They can fall apart like as soon as you move their arms, though. They look brittle.
Oh,
Like dummy plastic.
But the quality's better now.
Yeah.
I am happy with Mayfex right now picking up some.
I was just gonna say the Mayfex.
They killed it. The Batman, the Superman, that is exactly what I want. The Joker, yeah, exactly. You did the review on the Joker one, yeah. That's a great figure. I mean, I'm happy that they've given us those figures. I can't wait for Nightwing. I know D, you got a little bit of issue with the hair on the Nightwing. I know you're a stickler for Nightwing because he's pretty cool.
Because he has like a curl, like he's always in motion.
Oh my god, it's a little curl, a little curl.
Yeah. Like I don't want. There's like same with the female figures where their hair is blowing to the left. I'm okay, that's fine. But all my other ones are blowing to the right. So what is going on here? Like you
got to put her in front of a mirror now.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark says, is this the McFarlane bitch face?
No, it's just hating on him.
No, that's the only one.
Nothing but love for you, Mark. Nothing but love for you. No, it's not. It's, you know what? I honestly, I love Todd McFarlane. I've said it before. He's a Canadian, good old Canadian guy, and I rooted for him for a long time. He's worked from the ground up. He's taken from nothing to build a toy company. That is not easy to do by yourself. And I'm sure there were some dark days where he probably questioned himself, losing licenses, and going, almost bankrupt. There was times where he was very close to being bankrupt, but you know, you gotta root for a guy like that who's worked hard. He's a great artist too, as well. I mean, he just does fantastic drawings. It just, I don't know, it just feels like he's let, you know, the children play in the boardroom here and make decisions without him. I can't see him agreeing with everything they've made and signing off, going, "Yeah, that looks great." Because I don't know, he's just an artist. I don't think you can look at things like that and say, "Yeah, that looks great." I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think he's very busy, and like the exact same thing you said. I don't think he looks at every single figure.
Yeah.
And gives
Should
it
he?
a-
Should he?
Yes, he's
Yeah.
like creative director. You know,
He should, right? He should pass everything.
Most-
Everything should go through him.
Yeah,
Well,
like
it's literally his name, and it's almost like H.R. Geiger making a toy company and then
Well, here's
just
the
having
thing,
other
too.
people. Like, he's such a prolific artist and is known for his style and his vision that having like a committee or having like the designs done by committee kind of doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I bet there's also like in the boardroom talk, like if he is in there, they're probably like, if you reuse this body, you're gonna save 2.5 million. Like, okay, that's probably
Sure.
like what it
Well,
comes down to.
I think those kind of decisions aren't probably up to him. He probably just goes into the boardroom. They have a storyboard, just a giant board of just like, here's all the things we did, and then he's just like, garbage, garbage, garbage. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll keep that one, redo that one, make this one more skull looking, and buy, and then leaves and does important things.
Yeah.
but
I mean,
I've said
Because
it
like, the
before.
way, oh, sorry, Chris, go ahead.
You know, as I'm not like in love with DC as much as I am Marvel. I do have a love for DC. And as much as I want to love these DC figures coming from McFarlane, I'm not seeing anyone who I want to see. It's just so repetitive. We get Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, and then we get this odd character on the side. And then it's just like, when are you going to start bringing out other characters that, you know, fans love? Because you won't even touch it. That's when you lose money. You know, the money is, Hasbro does it all the time. Like, how many times have we seen an odd figure that no one asked for, but for the people who love that character, they get what they want? You know, I would love to finally see a Catwoman.
But that being said,
Starfire.
That being said, too, especially with like Marvel and DC stuff, a lot of the characters are their own brand on its own, so the licensing might not even include them. So they might have like, you have the rights to do these 4 DC properties, and that's it. So it might even just be like some red tape shit that just is prohibiting them from doing that. Because usually, like for a lot of figure companies, if the money is there, they'll do it.
Yeah. I mean, look at some of the cool characters that they have. Booster Gold, right? The was it Red Tornado? Is it Red Tornado?
Yeah.
The robot? What about it?
Yeah, the robot, yeah.
That's right.
You know, Vigilante. There's so many cool looking DC characters they've never seen the light of day. And it's just like driving me nuts, because had he made these figures, I would still be around, because I still would get them, because where else am I going to get them?
Yeah,
I'm not going to get them anywhere else.
Of them.
Right?
Well, another thing is like the thing that bothers you is the articulation. If we had like a day to pick his brain, like, so I noticed you updated this body, gave it double joints, tightened up the like articulation, and then you reverted. Why did you do that? Like that's this kind of stuff I ponder on.
I DM'd him. He probably never even saw it. And I just said, I would volunteer my time to give, help to this, because you want it to succeed.
And it's the
you
same
want
characters.
to see him.
Yeah.
You want to see DC, all of it to succeed. You don't want anybody to fail. We're not bitter people here that we want toys to not succeed here. The more nice toys, the better for us. We get to put them in our collection. So,
and you know what it could have been too is it's just like literally a manufacturing standpoint. From like, they came out with that new mold, had the updated, upgraded stuff, and then that mold got damaged. And then they're like, well, we've got a deadline. These have to be done at the end of the week. So we got to go back to the old one, because it's going to take 6 months for that mold to get fixed.
Yeah.
What's
so
a figure
it could have
love? Like, Just so because Mark thinks you're just jaded now. What's a figure that he made that you love?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I mentioned it to on the last chat, right? We talked
Okay.
about. It was the infected one. Like
Okay,
this
so
was
yeah,
to me.
that's your favorite. Like that's your favorite.
Yeah,
figure?
it is my favorite figure that he made because it's proportioned right. I love the look of it. The paint is great on it. Even the cape is nicely battered and ripped. This is a great figure. But what happened after that is just like they reverted right back to the old mold, and that really pissed me off because had they continued with this body for Superman, other Superman figures, I would keep buying it, right? Because what I can't ask for anything better than this. I mean, they're not Hasbro. They're not going to do 6-inch with, pinless. They're not going to do that. So this is the best
detail's
you're going to get.
phenomenal, though. Like I'll never hate on their detail.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a good figure, and that's why I still have it. I haven't destroyed this one. The rest is run in a bag.
At least Mark's on my side about Mattel. He's like, when will Mattel stop sucking? The line is so
Hey, Mark,
embarrassing.
stop
Yellow
hating on the
plastic
He-Man
as
figures, okay?
skin. It's so true. Yellow, like the skin is, there's no variation.
I'll have to agree with you on that one. It is embarrassing of that.
A lot of people had to modify it after. Like they had to paint over it, 3D print their own heads.
The head was terrible. I actually got a
Dip them in
third-party head
coffee
sculpted.
for a week.
Oh,
But I mean, do we here's the thing, Mattel will give you that, and you kind of like, He-Man, okay, no worries, we can make some adjustments to it and figure it out. At least it's 6-inch, is it not?
he's humongous. I don't know if this counts as 6-inch.
6.5. Okay, you happy?
No, like I don't even know if this
6.2.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let's see, Evelyn. Let's see Evelyn here. We have our generic feet. Yeah, these are pretty humongous. Like she's a small character.
Yeah.
And she's towering over these legends. I don't mind them. Like whatever.
Is it 7-inch?
It could be, yeah.
Okay, that's alarming because they said it was 6-inch figures. So
well, these are true 6. Hasbro Legend or Marvel Legends aren't true scale.
No, they're usually like 6'3", 6.
if Hasbro's Legends aren't true 6-inch, then what is Mafex and SH? 5, 4.5? Because they're tiny compared to the Hasbro ones.
It's the price difference too. As much as I'd love to get into SH figure arts, they're $80 a figure. I know the detailing is good, but when you're looking at what you're wanting for your collection,
The armored Luthor is a pretty solid figure, except for the side eye. No, the side eye is the main reason why it sucks.
I don't know how many.
You can't say a solid figure if he's not even looking.
He's pretty good, except for he looks pretty jank.
Did they do that on purpose, or is it a misprint?
Mark, let me ask you this, Mark. Did it come with an additional head? If he did, great.
Is it also side eye?
Yeah.
Could you go to the store and pick through several and find one that looks straight ahead? Is this a printing error or is it designed to side eye? That's what I want to know.
Eli asks, what's your opinion on what's better, matte black on Spider-Man or gloss?
Oh, good one.
It depends on the costume, right?
I think the gloss throws me off all the time.
I like matte. I like matte, and then a bright white spider. If you're talking symbiote, I assume that's what they're talking about.
He doesn't say symbiote. He's just saying matte black Spider-Man or gloss.
I'm gonna go with matte black still.
Oh, I like this question.
Oh,
Silver Surfer, man. I'm Silver Surfer all day long. That's my guy. Yeah, Silver Surfer, not He-Man.
Well, it could be the Michael Jackson version. He-Man.
He-Man.
I'll go with He-Man.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, in that regard, I'm gonna have to go with He-Man as well.
What I like black with blue shading, yeah. For Spider-Man, yeah.
On black, yeah.
We're getting that. Also, Mark said no alt head, so it never came with an alt head. So it had a side looking head.
I'm not judging that because that could just be a factory error. So I can't.
I don't think that's a factory error. I think that's what it was.
If you did that on purpose, that's stupid because you can't have a head-to-head battle and look at your side.
And he's just like,
Hey, Matt, Mark, he said it, not me. Okay, he said it, not me.
The armor is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, in every photo you have to take of him, he's always just gonna be like,
Which Japanese company started doing that? Was it SH or Mayfix that started doing that? The sideways look.
Oh, isn't
I remember
Mayfix
one of the
doing that?
companies doing that.
But they have faceplates, so you could swap them off, right? They have
Yeah.
yeah.
But they had that as an option. Side, I think it was SH Figure Arts. Yeah, I think it was them. They had these, additional looking eyes you could change it, which is so like I don't know. Maybe it's for photography, I guess. Right.
Almost all McFarlane new figures without helmets have side eye. So it's like they're going for a thing.
Just when you think it can't get any worse, it just did.
Okay, so here's an interesting fact. I actually used to collect Barbie collector dolls. And if you notice on the original vintage ones, they would always be looking to the side. And that was a sign of, being playful, but not like being intense when you're having eye to eye with someone. So, but when it comes to DC heroes, I would rather have them looking straight on instead of looking to the side. It's like
you just want Batman to be a little playful.
What's the thing? A playful dancer, coy look, or like.
I think Flash is flirting with me.
Sorry, D, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just figuring it's supposed to give them personality, but that's only good if it's a statue, not when you are articulating them and posing them in different directions.
Like statue.
You want them to look.
Yeah, statue stuff like that's you have already created the image and the emotion and the mood of the set piece and whatnot. So that's fine for that. But yeah, like when it's a figure, you're putting them in a bunch of different ones.
You guys should do another Star Wars video. Justin?
Okay. Fine. Hey, we're doing one tomorrow.
Done.
Hit that like button, subscribe, watch The Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Star Wars lightsaber.
We're going to be getting some Black Series in here very soon. And yeah, definitely we'll do some videos on that for sure.
Hell yeah.
You should do the play sets.
Play sets?
Like
there's the Stormtrooper.
Like come with the two doors and the thing. Yeah.
And then the Carbonite Han Solo.
We do have Star Wars background panels. We might do some photography on that. I think that'll be pretty fun. We'll have them running through the hallways. We'll have Deadpool and Luke running with the Darth Vader's helmet.
That would actually put Darth Vader's head on Deadpool.
And we'll have Luke giving the side eye.
Yeah.
So Mark is trying to start a fight here. He's like,
he's agreeing with you.
Oh no, he's like, no. He goes, name one Marvel Legends with side eye.
Yeah.
Does he want that?
Why would anybody want side eye?
So he's agreeing with you.
I don't know. That doesn't sound like he's agreeing with me.
Wait, didn't Misty Knight have side eyes? Because
keep the eyes forward. He's agreeing.
Oh, okay. My bad, Mark.
Elba's just always on edge. He's always
playful.
Speaking of throwing down, I got
Mark's a good guy. I love Mark. He's awesome.
Dio, you talk to them.
Yeah, Dio. There you go.
Does he have a booster seat?
Can you imagine he's putting the camera down. There he is.
Oh.
There he is. Dio's probably more chatty than Justin. Okay, so we've discussed in length here about figures and stuff. Should we kind of switch gears and talk about some TV shows here that's coming up? Maybe talk about Peacemaker. Maybe talk about Boba Fett or something that's coming up that you guys are looking forward to. How about that? Any show that you guys are looking forward to? For me, it's Peacemaker. I already stated that millions of times.
Eli said Eli says they have a rare Spider-Man comic. Which one do you have?
Oh, D just sat up and just took notice. He's like, "Whoa, hold on here, hold on."
Folks. I also dabble with Spider-Mans myself.
Oh, look at you! Look at you! Look at you!
Bringing out the Spider-Man.
Bringing out the guns.
Got the Spoodermans on.
Don't get me started.
Can
Don't get
you
me
just
started.
clap if
Hey,
D
Toy
gets-
Crusader says Obi-Wan. That is a great pick for a show that's
Yep.
coming. Obi-Wan is fantastic. Nothing else matters. I don't know about that.
We got Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor coming back. We got
Oh, yeah, Captain
Mandalorian. We
Britain
got-
will be good too.
Yeah.
Captain Brent. Oh, come on.
That's what I want.
Oh my god. I don't think he's gonna be coming on Captain Brent anytime soon right now.
Come
Well,
on.
who knows? We'll
Come
see.
on.
But yeah, I'm let's see here. It said forgot about his old and I got it in a pack. Well, Eli, you need to tell us what it is. You can't just leave us hanging like this.
Now Dee's gonna go to bed wondering what comic. You guys keep
Eli,
doing
I
this.
think Chris, you know Eli, right?
I do.
So you need to get it to see. We need to see a picture of this. So-
Next time I'm over there, I will
Yes.
help him find it.
Hey, look at this one. That's a nice one too. Stranger Things season 4. You guys do not watch Stranger Things, do you?
No, I need to
I
catch up.
have.
Not anymore.
But
I'm well. My family got kids, so they love that stuff, and I don't mind Stranger Things. It's not too bad. The third season,
it's
the third season was probably the weakest of the three,
right.
but it was not bad. It was pretty
Yeah.
decent, right?
I watched the first 2 seasons and it was just like, yeah, I was alive during this time. I remember what horror movies were like. And
Yeah.
so I didn't really get I don't know. Like I watched, I think it was because everyone was losing their mind over it. And I was
Yeah.
like, all right. I watched it and I was like, yeah, this is what playing D&D was like. Yeah, this is what horror movies in the 80s and 90s were like. Okay. And then it didn't,
It didn't
I
hit
was
the
expecting
nostalgia
it to be
button.
like, hey, remember this? Remember this? So it didn't annoy me, but it's just like after I watched the first one and I was like, all right, that's fine. And then I watched the second season and I was like, all right, more of this. Okay, cool. I guess this
It
isn't
kind
really
of
for me.
tapers off. Like,
Yeah,
I lost interest. Don't get me wrong. I love anything that references or is video shot like an 80s show.
sure.
But, when you have this amazing concept
Mhm.
and you kind of go too much with it, you're not veering off from the path or a new
Yeah.
storyline. It kind of gets boring. Titans. So,
You don't want to start that over again?
oh yeah,
I'm
no,
going to check through the
No.
next season.
What was
we
that?
won't. We
He's
won't
not
talk
going to give
about
the next season a try.
We won't talk about the scene that ruined the whole show for me.
Titans season 4. Anyone looking forward to that one?
I didn't even know what season they're at, to be honest. Like, it's just all purged. You could have said 2 and I would have been, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch the first episode, see where we're at.
Ooh,
Maybe.
Mark doesn't like Henry Cavill.
Sorry.
Mark doesn't like Henry.
Wow.
At least
Okay. See, look at he just doesn't he doesn't like anything I like. He's just
And
opposite.
vice
of me.
versa, though.
Like, I'm a big Henry Cavill fan. I love The Witcher. It was good. I think they did a great job there. Well, I mean, he signed up for many seasons, so we'll see. It's got the depth. The Witcher. It's got a lot of storyline to it.
Mhm.
We'll see. Chris, any particular show that you're dying to see?
I don't think it's coming out this year, but I'm looking forward to Marvel Zombies.
Marvel Zombies. Oh, is that just a standalone?
They're
Just
doing a series?
Yeah, they're really.
Yeah,
I thought you knew
Cool.
that, man.
we talked about it before.
He's so
okay.
confused.
Cool. I want to. So, are they going to use some of those characters from the What If into that? I guess.
Or is this going to be
Probably.
like
I
an
mean-
entire what if thing?
I feel like it's going to tie together into What If.
Yeah,
They
that'd
would
be pretty
have
cool. That'd be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
because like that zombie cap. As soon as I seen that, I'm like, yes. And then as soon as I seen that they were doing a series, I'm like, we are getting more figures.
Oh,
And I would not mind seeing that zombie Scarlet Witch.
I was like, I told you, like, I don't collect zombies or anything like that, but when I picked that, I'm like, this is a must. This is a
Yeah.
great looking figure. It's so cool. And yeah, I want to see more of these characters made. It just
That was in your top 10.
yeah. It was top 3.
Top 3. I think it was your number 3.
I think it was number 2. Yeah,
two.
number 2. It was number
Yeah.
2 on my list. Yeah, definitely.
Just do like a Walking Dead. What if?
Yeah. For an
What
actor
if
who only
dead?
has 2 expressions in
Yeah.
his repertoire, I wouldn't want him stepping into another hero's costume. Oh my god, look at the hate this guy.
Wow.
Was he
Jeez.
how was he in Mission
Oh
Impossible?
my,
He was in Mission Impossible, right?
yeah.
Dude, he was a freight train in Mission Impossible.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, but if you want to talk about someone who only has one expression, can we just say Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, he has a new movie coming out, and I'm stoked. And it's
I was
just
gonna
Yeah.
actually talk. I was
That's
actually gonna
gonna
talk
be
to you
one
guys-
of the good ones.
I was actually gonna talk to you about our last topic, and I wanted to ask you guys. I will get into it in a bit, but it's Nicolas Cage is in that conversation, so I'll mention that near the end here. Yeah, Mark's throwing punches. Yeah, that's right, Matthew. He's mean. He's a mean person. He's a bully on internet. Yeah, he's just bullying us here.
Again, speaking of the internet and throwing punches and Henry Cavill, that part from Mission Impossible that everyone talks about, and it's just like when he like reloads his fists and like goes back at him. It's the coolest thing that's ever been filmed.
I know there was
And then
someone talking
punches
about
through
that
a
on YouTube.
urinal or whatever.
Yeah, they actually made him do that at a press tour.
Oh, probably.
Somebody on can you do that? And he stood up and he's like, okay, fine. And he does it. And Tom Cruise is just going, oh my god. Yeah, he was great. He's a good actor. I mean, come on, Mark. You just gotta watch more stuff, Mark.
He's an action like Mark. You're not wrong.
We're talking to Mark as he was sitting right here.
But you're not wrong, Mark. But the dude's an action hero, action star, like whatever. Like, of course, he is 2-dimensional because all he knows is like look pretty and punch things. So, and if he does the Captain British or whatever, then he gets to be in his native tongue. So maybe he'll be able to have a 3rd dimension because he won't be, dragged down by having to talk with an American accent. Maybe that's why he doesn't know how to emote, because he's just like, I have to sound like an American. I need to dumb it down a bit.
And that's funny because usually it's the 90s and the early 2000s where we have these movie stars who are like one-note actors that, Seagal, who's always in those really bad action movies. And then we had Van Damme.
Yeah.
Who's, so...
Hey, Bloodsport is one of the greatest movies of all time.
I'm not saying it's not bad. It's not
None of those
good,
movies were bad.
But
Bricks don't hit back.
Did they make a fig? They did. They did make it, didn't they? Of the Van Damme, and like they need to come out with like a set where it's just like Jean-Claude Van Damme, and it comes with 2 semi-trailers, so you can just have the splits diorama.
Ouch.
All right, build-a-figure trucks.
A bath, and it's just 2 freight trucks.
Let's get into the last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about. It's a big movie that's coming out. It's the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I wanted to ask you guys, okay, let's just play a game here. So, there's always this rumors about who's going to show up, who's going to be in the portals. Give me 5 characters that you would love to see show up. Random characters in the MCU, obviously, but it could be any MCU movie. It's Fox stuff, the Sony stuff, anything.
Okay, instead of
stuff.
each of us choosing 5.
Yeah, each of us will choose 5. If you
one each.
Okay, one each, and we'll maybe go in a circle, right? Like we'll go after. Yeah. We'll take turns.
Then if D goes, he chooses all mine. I'm like,
I know
that's who I want to see.
Okay, so we'll let D pick one. So D, pick one that you would love to see come out of the portal or in the multiverse.
What's that garbage X-Men show? What was it?
Garbage? I heard garbage.
Chris hates it, I think.
Which one?
It's like Generation Next or Generation.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my god, the very bad
It was like a
Irish
CW.
accent Banshee had. So terrible. You want to see him show up in
Yeah, it's so obscure.
Banshee show up. He's singing along. Okay, Banshee. All right, Justin, who would you love to see?
I mean, if they're gonna get like some abstract or whatever, because they haven't really done too much, maybe just like some X-Men people, and
You have,
start
to
that.
pick one.
Okay, Logan, get
really?
Old man Logan or the
old
younger
man Logan.
He's dead. Hello. Haven't you
Yeah,
seen
but
that
it's a
movie?
multiverse
It's a
thing,
multiverse.
whatever.
He show up in another one.
Yeah.
Okay, which
Hugh
which
Jackman's.
version?
It's which Logan? Hugh Jackman Logan, obviously the best one.
All right.
All right, Chris. I already know what he's gonna pick. Go ahead.
Actually, I would like to see which would expand the universe even further. I would like to see Rachel Summers.
All right, that's.
I know it's not like possible, but it
Yeah.
would stretch to a whole different group of X-Men. I feel saying that, but like, X Factor. No, oh my god, Excalibur.
I would like to see Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider.
Oh, shut up.
Can you imagine him just rolling up?
Okay, guys, I'm logging off. Bye.
And he just one of these, and just
No.
a cage.
Oh, Justin.
yeah,
I've had
Nicolas
that-
Cage
I've had
would
that
be
banner waiting for a while.
awesome. Just show it up. Okay, D, pick another one.
Well, you stole my second.
Oh, I stole Nicolas Cage from you.
Yeah, I wanted Ghost Rider. I like Ghost Rider.
See, he wants to see it too.
I love Nicolas Cage, unironically.
That is a great movie for its time. It was a pretty decent movie.
Yeah.
Was it?
The first
What?
one, not the second one. The second one was kind of.
They made a
I like
second.
the action. I like the action scenes in the second.
Yeah, they made a second one.
Well, I don't know what's left. Like, are we allowed to just make up characters?
Yeah, you
then?
can make it up if you
Like,
want. Yeah. You just love to see. I mean, it's more fun.
I want to see more cosmic entities, like maybe a silhouette of Galactus or something. Something.
Oh, see, Mark took my pick. I was gonna say this next.
That's a good one.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one.
That would be hilarious.
I mentioned to you guys before that when they were filming that Fantastic Four, they were literally filming in front of me at the airport.
Yeah, and you got in trouble with Jessica Alba.
No, I didn't. Stop making up rumors. But yeah, Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, they were like within a couple of feet of me, and they were filming that scene where they were going into space in the Fantastic Four movie. So it was pretty cool to see them filming that. But yeah, no, that's a good one. Yeah, Johnny Storm showing up, that'd be pretty cool. It'd be hilarious. I have a feeling that you might see that. They're supposed to be cameos of people showing up.
Well,
I
think something like that they might do for like an after credits thing, because that's super meta,
No,
isn't
but-
it? Like something that they wouldn't necessarily bring into the.
It's madness.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, that's
people
true.
weren't expecting Charlie
Hey,
Cox.
people will freak out at you for that.
Hey, it's been over a month. If you have not seen that movie,
Oh, they will.
screw that.
People are still losing their mind.
Oh, come
Which
on,
one?
people. And we've already
like-
warned you guys that we do a lot of spoilers here ahead of time, so it's not like you weren't warned. But yeah, no, I would
Wesley Snipes Blade.
Ooh, that's a good
maybe
shout,
both
actually.
blades show up. How about that?
But Wesley Snipes as Blade, but also as his character in Tu Wong Fu, which you probably haven't seen.
I don't think nobody's ever want to see that.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have seen it. It's hilarious. It's got like 3 major actors in there. So if you haven't seen it, go see it.
Yeah. How about both blades show up? Old one and new. That'd be pretty dope, right?
Aren't they both the same actor though?
Different. Mahershala Ali.
No, Mahershala Ali and Wesley Snipes.
Oh, the new Blade.
Yeah.
On
Like,
a
I mean,
Facebook basis now. You can't tell the difference. So
whose turn is it? Justin's?
yeah.
I already said.
Oh, you
But
said okay. Chris, you already. Where would you pick, Chris?
It's so expansive. You know what? Probably going by with what we've seen in all the MCU and what we've seen in What If. Maybe a Watcher.
That'd be pretty
The
cool. Yeah,
Watcher.
that'd be pretty cool. I'm gonna go with Deadpool.
Oh, that was
I was gonna say, yeah, right when we started.
He has to show up, does he not?
Yeah.
He has to. Like it'd be so badass if they have him show up as a cameo.
But with Logan's face stapled to it. That was so good. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Mark said Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock
Holmes. No, Martin Freeman. They just mix up the cameo and just bring in Martin Freeman as the Doc.
You could also do Iron Man as Sherlock Holmes too.
Oh yeah, that's right, Downey.
Hey,
I
Both
would
of them
love
show
if they
Sherlock
brought him back. Downey Jr. Earlier Iron Man. I would be down for that.
yeah.
The final send off, final goodbye.
D. We'll do one more round here.
This is so obscure, but like a 2099 reference.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, like you think it's a Spider-Man, and it turns out to be that
But
one.
live action or animated?
A live action one would be fine.
Do you think
It's
they might mix in? You might mix in some animation in there. It's a universe, isn't it not?
I don't think so. I don't think they're going to.
Or do you think it'll be get too weird?
Roger Rabbit. That's too.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, live action 2099. Yeah, that's a good one.
Even just like a silhouette, and you can tell the difference because
Yeah,
of that face, and the like arm spikes.
The spines that he's got.
Yeah.
I got one really obscure one, but Justin?
Strong Bad.
I'm sorry, who?
Who?
Yeah, they just get in Strong Bad. He comes through the portal and just kicks the crap out of everybody.
Don't worry, I get your
I'm
reference.
sure that Marvel has bought them already, probably at some point.
What was
Okay,
it?
all right.
What was that
No
Flash
portals
Knight
for
called?
you. You've
Oh,
had so many
Runner.
portals this week.
Yeah,
I'm using my magic.
I'm using my magic.
Leaves
get
me
the
a
king of
giant
town down
7
here.
Up. Not even a real 7-Up. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, you'll see tomorrow's video.
Ugh.
Definitely check out our Doctor Strange video. It's pretty funny. Chris, come on, make it a good one. It's the last one here.
You know what? I would like to see a hint of the Shi'ar. Not necessarily it has to do with
Like Lalandra?
yeah. And again, not necessarily having to do with anything for the Phoenix, but you know, there are a lot of comics out there about the Shi'ar, and the expansion of the teams up there. Like that's how we got Binary. You know, she got captured and she was tested on, and she was part of the Shi'ar team for a little bit before she joined the X-Men. So they could incorporate that into what's her name who did Captain Marvel? Your favorite
Brie
actress?
Larson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
there's like a lot of like references that I didn't even realize until months later. Like Nebula was killing the Corbinites, which was what Beta Ray Bill's race was. I'm like, that's what those were. Like, I was like, okay. So
Okay. My last pick, Lou Frigno as the Hulk.
Oh,
Okay.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
That'd be pretty badass.
Yeah. It
And
shows
he would
up
do it.
in the green paint. Yeah, he'll definitely do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's he doing now?
Yeah. No, but he's a great guy. He actually shows
He's
up to
desperate,
conventions and
obviously, I guess.
Sure.
he's a, from what I've all accounts of conventions and people that met him, that
Oh,
he's a really nice
just
person.
a saint.
Yeah, very, very nice guy. Always, has time for people to answer questions. But yeah, paint him in green, put him on there for a couple of minutes, or not a couple of minutes,
Hell
couple
yeah.
seconds. I think that'd be wonderful to see Lou Frigno show up.
You
in
know
the
how
show.
they could do it though? They could have a scene where they're doing a kid's birthday party and he's there as a Hulk impersonator, that would be a great cameo scene to introduce.
Or just
that.
have them walking around like on Vegas or like in LA or something, and then they're just like
yes,
just on the street.
street entertainers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Lou Frigno would be fun to see on the screen there. But yeah, I mean, there's been rumors they're going to see at least 30 people. They said at least 30 cameos.
That's a lot of cameos.
Yeah,
Here's the
but I think
question.
a lot of them are going to be like 1 second, 2 second kind of thing.
Sure.
Here's the question for you guys. Unfortunately, he is passed, but would it be amazing to see if they added a computer version in of Stanley?
I wanted to mention him, but you know, like I think it's a given. You're going to see that for sure.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
hope
they did
so.
it with I mean, Disney's definitely done that a lot in Star Wars, so I don't know that unless he has like some, not what is it, a DNR or whatever, but do not reanimate.
Yeah, like his family members can
Clause.
sign off on that. Like, don't use him ever after.
Yeah,
I'm sure that
if
he
they
would
have
have
that. If
put
they
some
have that in the
stipulation
clause
in
where they
his will.
deny that, then obviously they can't do it. But if they don't, then 100% he's going to be in there some capacity, right?
Well, has he been in one since he passed?
No.
So
No.
he
It was
might
filmed
have then.
before and it was released after, I think. So,
Yeah.
I think his last one was Homecoming.
Which
Maybe
sucks 'cause,
have a body
Hero
double.
6
Just,
was supposed to be about him and his kid and all that. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now that we're on this subject of his cameos, starting with Elvin, what is your favorite Stanley cameo?
when he was with the Watchers.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my favorite. Because it introduced a brand new character in the MCU. Plus, it was just so cool to see him in outer space hanging out, right? And he is watching down because this is largely his baby, right? So yeah, he's always watching the Marvel universe. It's just so cool to have him there with those guys.
D?
When he came in looking for Tony Stank.
Yes.
Tony Stank. Yeah.
I got a Tony Stank right here.
Justin?
Mine was when he was in Spider-Man and he was just the old man telling him to shut the hell up. He just
On
popped
the
up
bus?
the window. He's just like,
Don't
can
make
you
me
keep
come
it
down
down?
there.
Yeah, exactly.
D obviously said mine, but the next best one is the hairstylist for Thor in Ragnarok.
Oh yeah.
He cuts Thor's hair.
Oh
yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Blades and all that.
Yeah.
He did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Anything else before we kind of wrap it up here? We had a nice run here today.
Yeah, we got one Customs by Machu yells Trogdor, and I have a Trogdor tattoo on my leg.
Oh my god!
So there you go. I'm glad some people appreciate that.
There you go,
tattoo that I
Matthew. You got what you wanted.
Yeah,
You got to see Justin's feet.
15 years ago. Finally, someone to show it off to.
All right. Well, we'll kind of wrap it up here. My lights just went off in the background, so that's a sign.
Yeah.
We'll wrap it up. But yeah, we appreciate everybody to coming on. We appreciate everybody that is listening to us. And 50 in the books, many more to come. We can't wait to do more lives with you guys. We'll do it on Mondays at 8:30 Pacific time. But we'll also have a weekly podcast that we'll do that's pre-recorded and drop it in there. I'll be looking forward to talking to some guests that will be coming on. I've talked to a couple of people, so that'll be fun to do. But yeah, I mean, thank you guys first of all for coming on today with me, and putting up with me. I know Chris loves it when I just ran on forever. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank everybody at the ANR headquarters. Appreciate everybody. We got a lot of cool things coming up in the pipeline here. 2022 is going to be awesome. We can't wait to roll out some cool stuff. And so wherever you are around the world or the universe, have a good morning, a good day, and a good night. Bye-bye.
Hit
care.
that like button, subscribe,
Yes,
join the
like,
AN
subscribe, all
Army,
the cool
blah, blah,
things.
blah. Do all the
Woo!
things. Okay, bye, Internet.